So thank you all. Thank you, dear colleagues and friends here in Portugal in this room. Today it's a very special moment for us. We are announcing Office 365 for all the schools, for teachers, for students, for all the school staff, and of course we are allowing all these people to get access into this tool. The only thing that you need to do is go into your school and ask in the school to get access, and share then with us the success, share then with us what you are changing in your school so we can continue to improve our work. So to help me celebrating this moment and to help me bringing more content, more ideas, I invited some colleagues of mine that are already online at this moment. I'm looking into Rui because Rui will be calling them in a short period. I believe that we can bring Brad, our good friend Brad Tip, and while Rui is waiting for Brad, and we will be using link to call him Brad Tip. He is in Redmond at this time. I believe that the sun is not going to be shining in Redmond, and as you can see, I am already trying to gain time until we get our colleague Brad Tip coming in. We have Irina as well from India. So let's see, we are starting video with Brad Tip. Calling him. Brad Tip is not.
Hi Brad, you can start your video.
How are you?
Fine.
Brad, we need your video.
We need your video for you to show us how the weather is in Redmond.
Is my video coming through?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, thank you, Brad. So that's Brad Tip. Can you please announce yourself and share with the entire world, how Office 365 will be changing lives of students and teachers and staff and citizens as well?
I'd love to, Joyce. So I'm Bradley Tip. I'm the Senior Director for Cloud Services for Education Worldwide. And I'm delighted that you're having this event today, introducing Office 365 for the world. We think it's revolutionary. We think that making a set of premier enterprise productivity tools and services available for all teachers and students and faculty worldwide is a real game changer. It's not just about providing consumer class services, it's providing the things that the biggest and best companies in the world use for your students to be able to use in any way that they want.
Thank you so much, Brad. Live from Redmond. Brad Tip, thank you so much. It's sunny, the sun is shining. Thank you, Brad. Now, we are going to travel to India. Can we call our colleague Irina? So directly from India, and why India? Shape the Future in India, we have almost more than 500,000 people following Shape the Future directly in India. So I invited Irina Goose. She is the education lead in India. Hello, Irina. Are you with us?
Yes, I am there.
Oh, here you are.
Can you see me?
Unfortunately, not yet. We can hear you. Can you start the video? Oh, Irina, how are you?
I am doing great.
Thank you so much, Irina. Can you introduce yourself and tell our colleagues around the world, how Office 365 will impact lives of students and teachers and children in India, mainly? Oh, Irina, that's India.
Hi. So
Hi.
I'm the education lead in India, and I'm very happy and delighted to be a part of this live launch with all of you today.
Great.
In India, Microsoft has been committed towards the cause of education for a very, very long time. And apart from the global programs that we run, there are a lot of local programs such as Project Shiksha, Project Jyoti, Project Shamta that we've really put across together for the cause of education. The government in India is heavily focused on ensuring that education serves three purposes, which is towards access, equity, and quality. With the launch of Office 365, we really feel that it will aid the government meet these objectives in a very, very seamless manner by providing education across to the far-flung areas in India at a very affordable pay and overcome the issues faced towards the rural divides, etc. Thanks, and it has been a great pleasure being with all of you today.
Thank you so much, Irina. Before you go, just help me understand why more than 50% of our followers are coming from India. Hello?
So India is a place wherein there is a huge verve and enthusiasm for anything which comes across, which is catering towards the students. And Shape the Future as a momentum is really bringing in a lot of momentum, which ensures that students get access to great quality content, applications all put together in a very, very packaged manner. That's possibly one of the reasons why you see a lot of enthusiasm from India.
Thank you so much, Irina. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen.
Not yet.
Thank you so much.
Staffan?
Pode ser? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my great pleasure, while the phone rings, to introduce the next guest.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box.
Link, ligação link. Let's try again.
Pascal.
No, Pascal não está. O Tony. Mete o Tony.
I will join in a few minutes.
Okay, let's give more minutes to another one. Ricardo Olarte. This one is from Latin America, Colombia, Bogota. Is he online?
Yes.
Okay, so let's bring Bogota, Colombia, and we will finalize with Anthony Salcito, the Vice President for Microsoft in Education. He is the #1 in education around the world, so we give him 3 more minutes. We will bring Ricardo Olarte directly from Colombia. Do we have Ricardo?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Hello, Ricardo. The phone is ringing. Hi, Ricardo. Hola. ¿Qué tal, señor? Let's see. Do we have Ricardo?
Yes, we're just waiting.
Yes,
for
I'm
him.
here. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Okay, Ricardo. Good afternoon. Tell us, please, how Office 365 will help Colombia and Latin America overall.
Sure. Well, we are in the middle of a technology transformation. In the 80s, we were at the mainframe era. Then we moved 90s in the client and server era. In the 2000 years, we were at the web era. And what is happening today in this technology transformation is that we are in the cloud computer. So Office 365 is our answer to that cloud computer. Cloud computing means that for users, for companies, for organizations in general, and especially in this case for education, we are going to take advantage of that technology transformation using Office 365.
Ricardo,
So,
can you accept video, please? We want to see
Sure.
you.
Oh, yeah.
The world needs to see you, Ricardo.
Okay.
Let's give it a try. Come on, don't be shy. Great, you see? Hola, Ricardo, ¿qué tal? Bien. So now the
Hello.
entire world can say hello to Ricardo. Go on, please.
Excellent.
Directly from Colombia.
So you have in my back the beautiful mountains here in Bogota.
Beautiful.
Okay. So I was saying that we are in the middle of that technology transformation, and Office 365 is our answer to use to take advantage, especially for education, when we have a really compelling offer around the Office 365. So in Colombia, of course, we are on that move. We are in the cloud computer, and we are really taking advantage of Office 365.
So Ricardo, taking out Colombia, how do you see it in Latin America?
Well, Latin America keep improving the PC penetration and the broadband penetration. So we have, especially in the main cities, in Panama, in Caracas, in Buenos Aires, we have a lot of uses going into the cloud computing. So it's very useful to have Office 365 ready for education, because we have millions of students, we have thousands of teachers and institutions that are ready to get into the cloud computing and to use Office 365.
Okay, Ricardo, muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Let's change now to Africa. We have Fazil.
Okay, obrigado.
Adios, Ricardo. Thank you so much. So we have Fazil Bekele in Johannesburg, and we will ask Fazil to join us and to share with us why and how Office 365 will help the countries all over Africa. So phone is ringing for Fazil. Next time I have to remember that the phone rings, so I need to leave time for people.
Hi, Fazil.
Hi, Fazil, are you there?
I'm here, how are you?
We are great, so you need to accept video. We love to see faces.
I have accepted video. Can you not see me?
No, Fazil, it's all dark. Why are you laughing? Fazil, they are making jokes on you. I don't know why. Can you accept video? Okay, how are you, Fazil? So share with us Office 365 in Africa.
I'm good. Okay, so my name is Fazil Bekele. I'm the Shape the Future lead for Sub-Saharan Africa, and I've been invited to say a few words about Office 365. First, let me say that we just launched Office 365 in South Africa this week, and we're quite excited about that. As many of you know, there are many advantages to Office 365. The obvious one is the lower capital expenditure while delivering the compelling services to the user. But from a Sub-Saharan Africa perspective, I'd like to just say a few words about the benefits of Office 365 from a socio-economic developmental perspective. And I'll focus on education. Many African governments are spending a disproportionate amount of their national budget on education, north of 20%. So what is their main concern? Their main concern is delivery of universal public education in primary schools, as well as quality of education. So Office 365 helps in the adoption of an e-education strategy, which these African governments are keen to embrace. So if you can imagine school children in Ethiopia, one of the poorest countries in the world, having access to the same e-education portal that the same age students in the US might have, this scenario very quickly becomes a situation where GDP or student-to-teacher ratios no longer becomes a barrier to quality of education. And in Africa, you will see many scenarios where you have student-to-teacher ratios of 40 students to 1, 50, 60. This is not uncommon. So Office 365 offers a significant socioeconomic benefit which helps address some of the national priorities of African governments. So I said a few words about South Africa, but what about the rest of Sub-Saharan Africa? When will Office 365 be deployed in other African countries? So another thing I want to say is one of the prerequisites is obviously that the countries have to be cloud ready for Office 365. Africa has been growing at a tremendous pace over the last several years, and it continues to grow at a tremendous pace. In fact, 7 of the top fastest growing countries in the world are African countries. And this growth, this economic growth, is partly driven by significant investment in infrastructure, including the broadband submarine cables that are wrapping around Western Africa, Southern and Eastern Africa. So what does this mean? This means that we will begin to see the same type of penetration in broadband penetration that we've seen in mobile broadband penetration with fixed lines. It also means that we can anticipate that more and more of these countries will be cloud ready. And so this is my anticipation, and we're very excited about Office 365 in Sub-Saharan Africa. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fazil. That was Fazil directly from South Africa. And we are trying to bring now our last two guests. The first one from Russia, Maxim Shirikov. Let's call Maxim to see if Maxim can join in and share with us the perspective of Office 365 for education in Russia. By the way, Fazil, thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. He has a problem with his camera.
Okay? No, just voice.
Just voice then.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Maxim. How are you?
Good evening, Joyce. I'm wonderful. What about you?
Maxim, you are talking to the entire world now. We are doing our Shape the Future live, and I am in an auditorium full of Portuguese people, journalists, school directors, and we would like you to share with this audience and with the entire world, since we are going live through our Facebook page, how do you see Office 365 for Russian students and teachers?
I see that as a great opportunity to join both cloud and on-premise world for Office 365, and I think that's what's really beneficial for Russian students. And as I'm covering also Central and Eastern Europe countries, it's also very beneficial for those countries which are in Central and Eastern Europe. So that's in brief, Joyce.
Okay, Maxim. Thank you so much. See you soon. So,
thank you.
Thank you, Maxim. So we are basically ending this session. We have a last guest. We are trying the last guest to speak, but I believe that there are some problems over there. But as you can see, Office 365 is going to be a reality around the world. Students and teachers are super critical to really make this technology being useful. So we, Microsoft, we are ready to help you around the world. Get in touch with every single Microsoft sub in your country, and please ask for our help and our involvement in your projects. Let's try to see if we have the last guest. If we wouldn't have the last guest, we will close this live session. We don't have it?
Not yet.
Just a few minutes, seconds. We don't have him.
Doing this live has got this...
these problems.
But it went fine. We did 3/3 of the world, and so we're just waiting for an answer. Okay, he's ready.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, last but not least, the #1 in education around the world for Microsoft, calling to Redmond. Anthony Salcito needs to accept video. Anthony, are you there?
I am here. Let me share my video.
Wow, thank you so much, Anthony. So, Anthony Salcito, ladies and gentlemen, live into the world through Facebook page, into this audience. Anthony, can you share with us your vision for Microsoft Office 365 that we are launching?
Well, certainly yesterday was an exciting day for Microsoft and for education, because I think the Office 365 solution really offers the cloud without compromise for schools. We have a rich set of services. We're actually featuring one right now, which is the power of Link to connect audiences, to connect users, students, and teachers around the world and around classrooms around the world with learning ideas and collaboration. The tool set that we're providing schools provides not only richness with enterprise solutions like Exchange and Office, but really opportunity as it relates to the way in which we can use collaborative environments provided by SharePoint, as well as the social connections with what we can provide with Link, in a way that can be managed and supported by institutions very, very easily, and tools that students not only are familiar with today, but will be seeing as they enter the workforce. And as schools around the world are trying to prepare students to not only grow economies, but to prepare them to enter the workforce that exists around the world, these solutions are powerful and certainly available for a very attractive price, which is free. So we're excited to provide these services to schools. To point out, these are the services that the largest companies around the world are paying for. They're paying Microsoft to run as their mission-critical productivity and collaboration tools for the largest companies in the world, including Microsoft. And these are the same tools that we're providing to schools. So it's not a good enough solution or an okay solution. It is a really powerful set of tools that we're providing to schools. So as schools think about access and providing opportunities to really impact learning, which is what all this is about. I know we spent a lot of time talking about devices and technology. This is all about empowering learners, empowering the learning process. And I think the tools that we're providing with Office 365 are just a start for what could be powerful exploration and conversations down the road.
Thank you very much, Anthony. I think that we can allow one question here in the audience. A live question for Anthony Salcito. I have here a microphone. If someone would like to come here, because the microphone is here. Vasco, let me invite you, please. Please, Vasco, come. I know you well. I know that I can play this with you. Okay? Anthony, this is the famous Vasco Trigo from the Portuguese television. So, Vasco, Anthony is #1 in education for Microsoft.
Okay, I've been looking for many things last years in what companies are doing and trying to reach the learning community. I'd like to know what is the main goal you want to achieve by giving this to the learning community.
Anthony, question for you, sir.
Microsoft has a deep commitment to helping grow the quality and impact we can have around the world in education. And obviously, it's to help grow future leaders, future economic leaders, and entrepreneurs to create jobs, to create industry, etc. I can tell you, though, when I travel around schools around the world, it starts with a very basic thing. And I will use these two words, and I don't know if you want to translate them into Portuguese, but I use a very simple request that I have of our school leaders and our teachers, and that's to expect more. One of the things that we have to do in education is expect more, and it starts with students. The most important thing that we can do for any child is to raise their expectation of their own future impact in their community, their own future leadership with industry, with taking on the toughest challenges that we're facing around the world. If we could raise a student's expectation of their own future, their opportunity grows. If we can raise a teacher's expectation of what they can achieve with transformational learning environments that leverage technology and leverage these tools, that's great. And if we can expect more from our school leaders around how we can use technology to create opportunity, I think we can do a good job. So Microsoft, what we want to try to do is help advance the way technology is helping to make a real difference in education. For the last 30, 40, even 100 years, technology has really just been an additive of automational components to education. We've taken what we've had in classrooms and made them digital. But with Office 365, we can start the conversation to raise the bar of how technology can really impact learning in important ways. And that's our focus and our goal.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Vasco. Thank you very much, Anthony Salcito. Nice to see you.
Thank you, guys. I'm happy to join you remotely, and good luck with the rest of the conference.
Thank you so much, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, this was the first Shape the Future Live. We hope to do the second, maybe in India. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you. E regressando o evento para...
Muito obrigado. Aquele senhor é o meu chefe, o Sal. Por isso é que ele estava aqui a ver se entrava, não é? Mas pronto, eu quero-vos agradecer do fundo do coração. Quero agradecer aqui particularmente ao Rui, ao Miguel, ao Marcos, a todos os que participaram, a transformar este primeiro show, este talk show, uma realidade. Vamos ver, tem sido alucinante este trajeto de levar este projeto além fronteiras. Eu vou aqui gastar 2 minutos só da vossa atenção para vos explicar, porque eu acho que nós portugueses podemos fazer mais e melhor através dos projetos que estamos a desenvolver na educação e em Portugal. O mundo inteiro, sem exceção, e está ali o Mário Franco, que também é um homem que tem investido parte do seu tempo a investigar estas causas, mas o mundo está numa revolução interessantíssima no capítulo da utilização das tecnologias da informação para a educação. E Portugal surge sempre como um país que está a fazer uma forte experimentação. Um país em que estamos a testar a tecnologia. Um país em que estamos a desenvolver programas para melhorar a integração dos professores que são chave. Este programa foi lançado na Microsoft Corp desde Portugal. Eu hoje em dia trabalho para a Corp, continuo a residir em Portugal e, enfim, tenho também uma relação estreita com o nosso país em termos de... Eu não devia dizer isto, mas é verdade, quer dizer, sou residente cá e pago impostos também em Portugal, porque acho que temos de ajudar o país, não é? De forma que continuo cá, continuo a acreditar que este país é o país certo para se viver e continuo a acreditar no nosso gênio, na nossa capacidade intelectual para vencer além de fronteiras. Portanto, a ajuda que eu peço de todos vós é uma particular atenção para os projetos educativos, integração de tecnologia e, desta forma, conseguimos projetar o nosso know-how, conseguimos projetar as nossas empresas, conseguimos projetar os nossos profissionais. Esta página do Facebook tem 1 milhão de followers em menos de um ano. E são praticamente todos residentes e moradores de outros países, jovens de 18 a 24 anos. Ela vai crescer e o crescimento desta página traduz em oportunidades para todos os que estão aqui presentes e para todos os portugueses que se envolverem diretamente nesta matéria. Eu estou disponível para vos ajudar, para colaborar convosco, porque acredito piamente nesta missão e acredito no valor desta causa para o progresso do mundo. joicef@microsoft.com. Muito obrigado e até breve.